sheer speed. But it goes further than that. Living in Shenzhen is in many ways like living in the future. And not necessarily a utopian future. More like the other kind.
Check this out.
Electronics. Like other top manufacturers, they've built a complex where workers can live right beside the factory line, work around the clock for a couple of years, and hopefully buy a better life for their families back home.
Wow. Watch this.
The factories here are clean, and the work is precise. But things are changing quickly, in a way that does not favor the common man and woman. All the rest of these lines are staffed by about 80 people, but right here there's new machines coming online that are going to build a smartphone end-to-end completely by robots.
You hear that? The materials go in one end, the finished product comes out the other. No people.
The goal of something like this is to get the quality of the products higher, to bring costs down for less labor, and ultimately to keep China as the manufacturing hub of the world and fend off low-price competition from places like Southeast Asia. The factory of the future looks like this. It's a closed-off loop where robots pass components among each other and finished products pop out at the end. All those workers have been replaced by one lonely final inspector.
Crazy, huh? Crazy. The thing that I always think about Ford though, his thing was to bring the price of cars down so that the people who worked in his factories could all afford one. That, like, he had the vision of, that was his vision, sort of. Well, one of them. He was a complex guy, if he was just one guy, but anyway, I'm going off on a tangent as per usual. But Ford, his, like, thing was, he paid his workers a decent wage, they worked well, you know, so the theory went, and they could afford to buy the product. Now, if robots are making the products, who's going to buy them if no one's got jobs? There's going to be no jobs, so no one's going to have any money. So who's going to buy the stuff the robots are making? It can only keep going this way for so long. It can only go this way before the critical mass, the seesaw goes the other way. And there's not as many people working as there are not working. So not as many people buying as the stuff they're making. It's already getting like that now. And I'll jump tangents again. But I'll try and circle back to it. Well, I am going to in a way, but I've been rewatching this film again. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. I Pet Goat 2. It was made in 2012, and it's very odd, to say the least. For some reason it's not letting me watch it now. Let me watch it the other day. I've had a comment about my enunciation. All I'll say on the subject is there's a dentist in England who should be fucking strung up by his ankles. Who absolutely wrecked. Anyway, looking in to Heliofant, the company that made I Pet Goat 2. This is the gallery. Yesterday it let me watch the film. For some reason, it's not letting me watch it again. So, I think I did tape it and then delete it. But anyway, these are the characters out of it. But I've been watching like people decoding it and things. But there's one bit what always gets me, and it's this scene here. You can't. I'm trying to find it. On the blackboard behind him is a shark, and it's talking into his ear. It seems there's a house on fire at the left of him. To our left, his right, our left, and yeah, on this side of the blackboard, there's like a shark. I'm trying not to. I'm terrible. Shark, teeth, and it's on the board there, on the blackboard there. And there's a house on fire here, like burning down the house. The roof on fire. There's a shark talking in his ear, and I've not seen anyone who's breaking it down mention the shark yet. There might be. I'm not saying nobody has, but I've not seen anyone. It's always made me think. It's like, I don't know, sharks talking in his ear, or is it like jumping the shark? You know the phrase jumping the shark. Right, jumping the shark. It's classed as an English idiom. I think it means the English language, not the, Anyway, jumping the shark is the moment when something that was once popular, that no longer warrants the attention it previously received, makes an attempt at publicity, which only serves to highlight its irrelevance. This is especially applicable to television series or other entertainment outlets. The idiom jumping the shark is pejorative, most commonly used in reference to unsuccessful gimmicks for promoting something. It is similar to past its peak, but more specifically suggests an unwillingness to acknowledge the fact. And it's from the Fonz Happy Days episode when he jumped the shark, trying to make, the Happy Days was losing its cool. So they had Fonzie jump a shark in it, and So I've often thought maybe it's something to do with that. Oh dear. I'm struggling. See the shark? There. There's the hangman. Snowflakes. The owl. Moloch. Dunce hat. There's the shark. It's talking right in his ear, isn't it? Of course, the penis ejaculating on him. I think that's evolution here. In the hangman. So it's riddled with symbology, isn't it? Apparently, the artist responsible for it, most of it, the concept, was interviewed on Alex Jones, I think. I've never seen it, but I'd like to. But from what I hear, the guy just says he just made it, and he didn't really, I can't really answer why he did this and why he did that, which is very unartistic, like, if you ask me. Either he weren't saying, that's what he claims anyway. But there's too much symbology in it. He says like he doesn't know himself, sort of thing, and people have told him stuff and things, sort of like that attitude. But I watch this and it makes me feel weird. No, it's just riddled with symbology, with the brain, the right and left brain, the bottom, and it's just crazy. Turns to Obama, and you see that, like how his cheek shines, sort of. Watch Obama's cheek here, this is weird. You see the mark on it? Oh, he's laughing, pissing his sides. LOL. I want to see the wall. What's behind him? Just before the girl. There. Snowflakes. A dragon. Brain split. Evolution. LOL was in a cube, weren't it? Like floating. Black cube, I think. Don't know if that's relevant. And the pins on the board. Obviously the black and white floor. Sonic favourite. Parquet flooring. But I keep watching this honestly, and it's just, I don't know, the first few times I watched it I could have written down loads of stuff what I thought here and I thought there, but the more I watch it now the more quiet I am. It's just so odd. And I only become aware of this about 2016 or something, 2017. They freak me out, these entities here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Golden circle. And he's like sat around not knowing really what to do. Is this like a Christ figure and his disciples? Is this representing like is this Christ disciples waiting for him? 12 of them. That's what I think it's supposed to show. But as we know, religion, there's 12 months of the year and all that. The rabbit there, I've not seen that before. Someone has pointed it out, but I forgot about it. The rabbit and the deer, which is always stag head. Come on. What's this one here? Is that a cobra? Head, something. What is that? It's strange thing though, this, isn't it? It's the beginning bit what freaks me out more than any of it. The Obama and Clinton bit. Not Clinton. Bush. Clinton. Speaking of Clinton, do you know they spent more on that investigating the Monica Lewinsky business than they spent on the 9/11 report? Just that alone just shows you that it's hooky, doesn't it? Just that one fact alone shows you it's not right. That's something not right about the whole fucking thing. Sorry for my language, but I do think that one was warranted. Oh, that's the tower, isn't it? And jumper. God damn. And he's Christ, he looks like he's nut. Obama at CIA badge on. Which he was CIA funded, weren't he? Oh, it's crazy, man. Statue of Liberty. I thought that was weird how it shows the star for it. What the Statue of Liberty's placed on. That's set, isn't it? What? And he's still out, he's not, he's still awake, isn't he? Right. We'll go and look into the gallery, right? And we'll see who these characters, some of these characters are and what they're supposed to be showing us. Right here. It let me watch it on here, the film itself on this, and the quality of it was outstanding. That's why I was trying to watch it again on here, but can't do it for some reason. But it's only a minor thing anyway. But that's supposed to be Lily. Was Lily short for Lilith, isn't it? And Lilith was Adam's first wife. Wait. Oh, I thought you was on pause there. I was going to turn you back on, but look, Lilith is a figure in Jewish mythology developed earliest in the Babylonian Talmud, 3rd to 5th century AD. Lilith is often envisioned as a dangerous demon of the night who is sexually wanton and who steals babies in the darkness. Lilith may be linked in part to a historically earlier class of female demons, Lilitu, an ancient Mesopotamian religion found in cuneiform texts of Sumer, the Akkadian Empire, Assyria, and Babylonia. In Jewish folklore, alphabet of Sirach onwards, Lilith appears as Adam's first wife, who was created at the same time, Rosh Hashanah, and from the same clay as Adam. This contrasts with Eve, who was created from one of Adam's ribs. The legend developed extensively during the Middle Ages in the tradition of Agadah, the Zohar, and Jewish mysticism. That the Zoharists, they're what the three wise men who visited Jesus are supposed to be, I think. For example, in the 13th century writings of Isaac ben Jacob Hacohen, Lilith left Adam after she refused to become subservient to him, and then would not return to the Garden of Eden after she had coupled with the Archangel Samuel. See, they don't tell you all this, do they? Just Adam, and then Eve come along because he was bored on his own, lonely. They didn't say it was his second missus, did they? And he went about making this one a different way because he got it so obviously wrong with first one. Eh? And in Judaism, things get like, it's all like matriarchal, isn't it? The society, things go down the matriarchal line, the female line, where we follow the patriarchal. The most cultures follow the patriarchal, but in Jewish, they follow the matriarchal. But I think that's to do with business. Money. I'm just being like the way things are. The whole of the religious books are just to do with commerce. Most of them. So, she's called Lily. Lily's short, isn't it, for Lilith? Do I need to do this? Because there'll be people out there, oh, that's Lilith and Lily, but Lily's Lilith, isn't it? Look, related names, variants, Lilian, Liliana, Liliana, Lilia, Lilian, Liliana, Lily, Lily, Ellie, Elise, Ella, Ella, blah, blah, blah. Other languages and cultures, looks throughout. So can we accept that Lily is a variant of Lilith? Oh no, it's not saying Lilith, is it? Wrong again, guys. I think they've avoided that on purpose. I think it's too much Elizabeth, but not Lilith. Come on. Well, Elizabeth, Lilith. I think there's a bit of subterfuge going on there. Where's my question mark gone? Damn it. God damn, what have I done? Just put my keyboard back if I want it. God, I got confused there. Oh, no, I've spelled it wrong now. Duh. Lily names Lilith Lilosa. Lily is a top 20 name, a floral favourite, appeals to many parents. She's as complete as Lucy. Blah blah blah. Lilith, she's sometimes called Adam's first wife, a contrast to the initially obedient Eve. Things didn't work out between Adam and Lilith, and the first couple went their separate ways. Lilith comes from an Akkadian word referring to the night. Depending on your reading, Lilith could be a demon, or she could be a symbol of strong women. Think Lilith Fair. Since most accounts agree she and Adam parted ways when she refused to be submissive to her husband. Lily name's not quite Lily. See, it's classed as Lilith. It's a Lily name. So, this character Lilith is a can be represented as a demon Babylonian. Lily too. The Akkadian Empire. Which, when you go back, it's Phoenicians, isn't it? You're right, Febs, all roads do lead to Phoenicia, don't they? And I think in that cartoon, you know what I'm saying, in that film, they're playing this off as like an innocent, childlike figure. But she's holding the apple. Is she really Lilith? Is she representing Lilith? And if so, what are the motives there? And she too seems to have the mark on her cheek like Obama had. I think this is, and like Matt off Quantum Conscience was saying, no one knows anything about this company. How come they just come from nowhere? And then they met this one film. The artist who's supposedly responsible for it apparently couldn't answer for himself properly. That's my favourite to go. But it is a strange film.